Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. To the Hbar holders, appreciate you guys as always, for showing tremendous amount of love day in, day out. You guys are amazing. Let's take a look at, what's happening with the markets as we are going into Friday morning. Looking across the board, as far as the 24-hour time frame goes, we're starting to see a few coins that are starting to go into the green, but majority of the market's still, red, as you can see, as far as the 24-hour time frame is concerned. But if we're focusing over the last 1 hour, you're starting to see the market picking up. So, hopefully we do see, this momentum really carrying on. But we have a lot of interesting things to, cover right now. So I want you guys to watch this video till the absolute end. So if you're looking at Hbar's price, 23.89 cents, down about 1% in Bitcoin. I'm sorry, down about 1% in USD, but we're up about 1.7% in Bitcoin comparative. Quite interesting. Valuation sitting at $10.1 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about 532 million. And the beauty of doing day-to-day analysis, we can differentiate what happened yesterday and what we're looking at right now. And what we can see clearly is that the 24-hour trading volume is decreasing quite substantially over the last few days. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So dominance is doing what we want to see happening. If you watch my update last night, I spoke to you guys about how you don't want to see the dominance, above 61.87%, and right now we are below it, which is a good sign because we did wick up to the likes of 62.43%, guys. That is quite a large jump, from 60.4%. But since then, we are starting to pull down. As you can see on the hourly time frame, you are starting to see, the dominance making its way towards the downside. But what's happening with Bitcoin right now is something, we want to really be focusing on, because I spoke to you guys about this in my update yesterday as well, how Bitcoin could come down to the 115,000. Literally, we're touched right at that neckline. You can't make this up. I think it was my Caspa update or the Hbar one, or maybe even the XRP one of the updates yesterday. I discussed about how this could be the next target, and that's exactly what's happening with BTC. But what's quite interesting is dominance is pulling down. This is a good sign, believe it or not, for altcoins. And if you're looking at Hbar, let's actually give our Hbar chart a refresh live to see what's happening. So Hbar is ranging around 23.7 cents right now. Let's take a look at it on an hourly perspective. So Hbar is pretty much close to where we were yesterday. So we actually have not gone below where we were yesterday, and that is primarily due to the fact that the dominance has pulled down, which again is a good sign. You don't want to see the dominance going above that 61.8% range. If it's able to do that, maybe we do see a little bit more lag for the altcoin market. But so far so good, like what I'm seeing here. But at the same time, we don't want to be neglecting what's happening with BTC right now. What's quite interesting here is that even though we did see this pullback for Bitcoin over the course of the last few hours, this means money still did not flow out of the crypto markets. It has gone back into the altcoins, and you can clearly see over the last 1 hour, altcoin market is actually in green, regardless of the price of Bitcoin sitting at 115,000. So again, you don't want to be neglecting a Bitcoin dominance. A very, very important level. Obviously, if dominance spikes back up to the likes of 62.4%, maybe we do see Hbar starting to make its way back down to the likes of 22 cents. That is the next major key support line, in my opinion, which itself is a move of about 6%. So that could happen, but I want you guys to take a look at it on a daily perspective and see that we're still in this upward trajectory, regardless of us seeing a retracement right now. Major support line around 22 cents if we are able to lose the support where we currently are. But this is where you want to pay very, very close attention to the Bitcoin price as well as the dominance. But so far so good, like what I'm seeing here. Obviously, we've got to take it one step at a time. FOMC meeting coming up next week. Obviously, we need to factor that in as well. But do let me know what your personal thoughts are. Thank you for all your support. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that red subscribe button. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.